It's a special edition of the Thunder Hangout here on News OK Live. I'm Mike Sherman, sports editor of the Oklahoman. Joining me are columnists Barry Tramel and Jenni Carlson to talk about the big news Friday in Oklahoma City. That is the injury to Russell Westbrook's right meniscus. His right knee injury is going to force him out of the lineup for the Thunder for an indefinite period of time. And we start off with Jenni, and this question, Jenni, where does this leave the Thunder in their pursuit of another Western Conference title and trying to get back to the NBA Finals?
Well, they aren't in as good a place now as they were when the day dawned, because it sounds like, from what we know at this point, this is a decision that was made on Friday as Westbrook continued to have symptoms of pain in the knee, and they continued to line up with what the doctors had seen on some scans and different things like that. So, it's definitely not as good an opportunity at this point as it was 24 hours ago. So they're going to have to get some. They're going to have to get some help from some guys that weren't going to be leaned on as heavily as they are now, and it definitely changes the complexion of this playoff run for this team.
Barry, one of your favorite expressions is crazy talk. Is the Thunder back in the NBA Finals crazy talk?
Oh, it's not crazy talk, but it's going to be very difficult. I mean, and frankly, we got to see how they just perform against Houston, which I think they'll try and close out Houston. If they were going to have a devil of a time with Memphis or the Clippers with Westbrook. So without Russ, that's going to be a killer series with no matter who wins. So any kind of playoff success the rest of the year is a great achievement for this Thunder team. It's just hard to win without your superstars.
Barry, I know you're en route to Houston with Darnell Mayberry and John Rohde. You guys are working this story as you go down the road. Rohde's doing the driving. You and Darnell doing a lot of writing and reporting and things like that. Have you guys, in your conversations with others, have you come across any indicators about sort of how long this injury could keep him out?
It's all going to depend on how severe the tear was. There's a minor tear, there's a medium tear, there's a more serious tear. Ron Artest, Meta World Peace, was given 6 weeks. He made it back in 12 days after the surgery, so he got back pretty quick. That's reason for optimism for Westbrook. But if it's a serious surgery, then he won't be back to the playoffs. So I think we'll just have to wait and see. The truth is probably nobody knows right now.
Jenni, what role does sort of the super cautious culture of the Thunder play in this equation of how fast Russell gets back? Is it irrational exuberance for Thunder fans to look and say, hey, an old man like Meta World Peace got back in 12 days. Westbrook can make it back in 6.
Yeah, that seems overly optimistic. And Barry's right. Until they get in there and see what kind of damage there is, they're probably not going to know. If it's something minimal, maybe it could be a couple weeks or something like that. If it's something bigger, then it could be a lot longer. So it's just I think that's hopeful and wishful at this point. I think it's possible that he could come back